In the future, humans have discovered a way to extend their lifespan through advanced genetic technology. People can even trade years of their youth for a better life. Luxury homes, high-end cars, or massive wealth, all of it is within reach. As long as you're over 18 and your DNA matches a recipient, you qualify. By donating years of your life, you can suddenly live a life of comfort and freedom. This has led many people in their early 20s to take shortcuts and quickly obtain the life they've always dreamed of. Of course, their bodies and appearances age accordingly. Even so, many young people are still willing to trade their lifespan for their dreams. Biotech companies have even created special departments for this business. They sign contracts with people willing to donate their lifespan. Mike is one of the top sales representatives in the industry. Every day, he walks through poor neighborhoods, persuading struggling young people to take this shortcut. This time, his target is a boy who just turned 18. The boy originally planned to sell 5 years of his life for some quick cash, but Mike recommended a 15-year package instead. After all, the more years you give, the higher the payout. After persistent persuasion from Mike, the boy finally agreed to trade 15 years of his life for a payout of 700,000 euros. With this deal closed, Mike once again became the top performer thanks to his outstanding results. Even Sophie, the founder of the biotech company, praised him highly. While encouraging Mike, she also informed the rest of the staff that they had successfully found matching DNA for 15 scientists. These individuals would continue researching the company's Everlife technology. Everlife technology is essentially lifespan transfer. She believes that in the near future, aging and death will no longer control humanity. What she doesn't realize is that this system of lifespan trading has already shattered the principle of equality. And just as those 15 scientists regained their youth, a wave of killings quietly began. One female professor had just gone from 81 years old back to 18, but in the very next moment, an assassin arrived. As all 15 scientists were killed, an organization called Atom came into the view of those in power. They opposed turning human lifespan into a commodity because doing so reduces people themselves into products. So the Atom organization began targeting those who had regained their youth. They believed that without demand, there would be no killing. This statement enraged Sophie. She ordered security to cooperate with the police to capture the group at all costs. Meanwhile, Mike had no idea what was happening inside the company. He had just returned from a vacation with his wife, only to find their newly purchased luxury apartment engulfed in a massive fire. They had spent years saving up just to afford the down payment. There was still a huge loan left to repay. It's easy to imagine how devastated they felt seeing this. Fortunately, Mike had insured the apartment. But when they filed a claim, the insurance company told them the fire was not caused by electrical failure or similar issues. Therefore, the claim was denied. Not only that, the remaining 2.5 million loan had to be repaid within 1 week, according to the bank. If they failed to do so, the bank would seize their collateral. Mike didn't even know what the collateral was. After his wife Anna explained, he finally understood. It turned out the bank consultant had found a DNA match for her. So, to buy the apartment, Anna had secretly mortgaged 40 years of her life to the bank. She never told Mike about this. He had assumed that if they couldn't repay the loan, they could just sell the house. But now the house was completely destroyed. In that moment, it felt like everything was over. On their way home, the police suddenly took Anna away. The reason was to prevent her from fleeing the city if she couldn't repay the debt. Mike couldn't just stand by and watch his wife lose her life. He rushed to find Sophie, the founder of the biotech company. He hoped that, as a top salesman, he could get an advance on decades of his future earnings. He had no other options left. Sophie neither agreed nor refused, only saying she needed time to look into the situation. But time wasn't on their side. Before Mike could even see Anna again, she had already been pushed into the operating room. Despite her desperate struggles and cries for help, nothing could stop it. As needle after needle pierced her body, decades of her life were transferred to someone else in a matter of moments. When Mike learned what had happened, all he could do was break down and bring his wife home. Just a few days later, Anna looked like a woman in her 70s. Although Mike insisted he didn't care about her appearance, Anna couldn't face him in her aged state. A distance slowly began to grow between them. As the company's top salesman, Mick A. couldn't understand why the executives refused to help him. When he went to confront Sophie again to find answers, he saw something shocking. Sophie, who should have remained old, was visibly becoming younger. As the company's founder, she had never found a suitable DNA match before. At that moment, Mike couldn't help but think of his wife, Anna, because 40 years of her life were taken all at once. She tragically lost the baby she was carrying. It turned out Anna had just gotten pregnant. She never even had the chance to tell Mike before this happened. One blow after another pushed Mike further into despair. Not wanting to hold Mike back from a promising future, Anna chose to return to her parents' home in the countryside. She told Mike to start over and not to come looking for her again. Seeing how much his wife and her family had sacrificed for him, Mike swore he would help Anna and take back the years that had been taken from her. Even though the system gave him no real options, he still decided to give up everything for her. He first tracked down a girl who looked like a child, but was actually 60 years old. Through her, he got connected to an underground clinic, for 30,000 euros. They were willing to perform an illegal lifespan transfer surgery. Next, Mike began following Sophie, the founder of the biotech company. He was certain that Anna's stolen years had been transferred to her. Because of DNA restrictions, kidnapping her was the only way to give his wife a chance. After several days of surveillance, Mike finally saw Sophie alone, driving to a cemetery. He didn't know why she was there, but with no bodyguards around, he took the opportunity. Wearing a mask, he approached Sophie. She seemed to sense something and suddenly turned her head. After a fierce chase, Mike eventually managed to subdue her. He then spray-painted the symbol of the Atom organization nearby to mislead the biotech company's security team. After taking care of everything, Mike found Anna and brought her to an abandoned auto repair shop. But when Anna saw the girl tied up, she couldn't understand what Mike was planning. Mike told her that this girl was Sophie, the founder of the biotech company, the one who had taken Anna's lifespan. He planned to use the black market to transfer the years back. Even if it meant going to prison, he was willing to sacrifice everything for Anna. At first, Anna refused to go along with it. But when Mike removed his disguise in front of the girl, there was no turning back. Even if they didn't go through with the surgery, the company would never let them go. With no other choice, Anna agreed to run with him. They stuffed Sophie into a crate and hid her in the back of a truck. Then they boarded a ferry toward their destination. But just as they were about to reach the port, a large number of police officers suddenly appeared ahead, along with blaring sirens. Seeing this, the two immediately realized the police were clearly there for them. At that moment, Mike noticed a family of 4 walking behind him and came up with a plan. As the ferry docked, the police began inspecting every vehicle coming off the ship. One truck driver looked especially nervous and didn't even know how to open his trunk properly. After it was opened, the police randomly checked the large box inside but found nothing suspicious. In reality, Mike had hidden himself in another car, using the man's child as leverage to force him to help them get through. Fortunately, everything went smoothly. They avoided the police search and returned the child to his family. Mike and Anna continued on their journey. Along the way, Anna kept trying to persuade Mike to give up. She didn't want her husband to keep making worse choices because of her. But in a deserted area, when they let the girl out to use the bathroom, she suddenly asked Mike how much money he wanted. No matter the amount, her mother would pay it. That's when the truth came out. The girl was not Sophie, the company's founder, but her daughter, Maria. Mike quickly pulled out his phone to check and realized how much the girl looked like her mother. But no matter what, Mike refused to let her go. If nothing else, he would use her lifespan to make up for what Anna had lost. Anna strongly disagreed and even argued with Mike over it. With no other option, they found a temporary shelter nearby. Mike planned to convince Anna before carrying out his plan, because without her consent, the lifespan transfer couldn't be done. Meanwhile, the biotech company's security team, along with a hired private armed unit, tracked Mike's disposable phone and finally located their hideout. They quickly assembled and headed straight toward Mike and the others.